Coach, Aidan Chiles came with Jonathan Smith from Oregon State. This is the third year he's been with them. Last year he started at Michigan State. He was a talented guy, obviously, but he looks like a completely different player this year. Last year, 59% completions, 13 TDs, 11 picks. So far this year, 69% completions, 5 touchdowns, and no picks. Let's take a look.
All right, Gerry, we picked out 3 plays for Aidan Chiles. And one thing about a quarterback that's in the system for 3 years, after that third year or during the third year, you usually know if you got one or not.
Right.
First 2 years, when you're throwing interceptions and all that, year 2, by year 3, you got to get that out of your system. Looks like Aidan Chiles has got that out of his system. So here he throws a back shoulder throw, one of the most difficult passes to make. Not only back shoulder throws, to the field. Excellent execution of the back shoulder throw against Boston College last week. Play 2 of Aidan Chiles. This is simply just great athleticism. You know what, Gerry? He showed this last year.
Right.
But now he seems to be the complete package here. Unblocked defender. Keeps the play alive, but there's a big part of this. This is 3rd down and 8. And he knows, you can actually see him take a look at the first down marker here. He knows where he has to get to keep this drive alive. Takes care of the football. Great athleticism, but you can see he's really grown as a player. And the final play for Aidan Chiles is, this is the overtime. This is second overtime. It's the game winner for Michigan State.
Coach, before we watch the play, let's talk about overtime. How'd you approach it?
Overtime, I have coaches on the staff, and Greg Schiano, the head coach of Rutgers, a dear friend of mine, was our D coordinator. And he was, I called him a nut job before he is a nut job. He wants to go through every scenario. So he would always ask me, say, are we going to practice overtime? And I'd say, yeah, we practice it every Wednesday. It's called red zone. And he said, no, it's different. The ball's on the 25. And I always ask him, so on offense, as an offense coach, I'm trying to score, Greg. I do that every time we end the red zone. And I said, you're on defense. I got news. I bet you're trying to stop them.
Makes sense.
So when we practice red zone, we're practicing overtime. So good dialogue between a nut job defense coordinator, Greg Schiano, and myself.
As you and Greg were having the conversation in the staff meeting, was the rest of the staff members
dying laughing? Dying laughing. All right, let's take a look. Here we are. Game winner, Aidan Chiles. Boy, this guy's really grown up as a quarterback. Watch his perfect execution. First of all, great call. Perfect execution. Rolls to his right. That's Omari Kelly coming across the back of the end zone. But I really want you to watch him set his feet, deliver this is a perfect pass. That guy's pretty much covered. Perfect pass, game winner against Boston College. I can't wait to see his growth. He's going to continue to grow as a player.
You can see his growth from last year to this year, but interesting, you could see it from last week to this week. And that's why what you say is really true. He's going to continue to grow.